Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Carlos and this is our journey on Pico Island. This week's video is a very cool one, and it's especially for those that travel, those of you that have bucket lists like I do and Laura does. And this one is on about my bucket list. It's a special experience that you can do, and it's actually put on by our travel partner Egidio from Life Wellness, and he just designed this not too long ago. And when he was telling me about it, I said, "My God, this is actually on my bucket list." Now, before I tell you exactly what this experience is, I got to tell you right off the bat, it's very unique, and it combines. Let's see if you can guess. It combines two countries. In this case, Portugal and Spain. Now, this experience could also be done with Spain and France. So I don't know if you guys are almost getting close to guessing, but it's an amazing experience, and I think a lot of people are doing it. Usually you do it by walking, so you're probably getting closer to guess. When I saw the itinerary, I saw just the magic of this tour, this experience. I said I gotta do a vlog about it, and this is what we're doing today. So if you haven't guessed it yet, it's the El Camino. Okay, and for some of you that don't know anything about this experience, it takes place. You wind up in Spain, in Santiago Compostela, and it's like a religious, spiritual kind of experience. And it's, I mean, it's an old. People have been doing this Camino. Camino means like road for a lot of years. I think there's another name they call this on on the road to St. James. There's a lot of information. I'm not going to get into all the details. I am going to put a link that pretty much explains what El Camino is all about, and I'll put it under the description. But for today, I just want to kind of touch on this tour a little bit, and then if you need more information on it, if you have any questions, then my email is going to be on there as well. Just send me an email asking for more information, and I'll send it to you. So like I mentioned before, this experience is mostly done by walking. I think all the people that I've known that have done this, and I know a few, they have done it where they walk, right? So I know people that have done this from France, which is the original, I guess. It's the longest, and I also know people that have done it from Portugal. And in this case, there's two. I think they usually you can leave either from Lisbon or from Porto. And in this case, you're going to be leaving from Porto. I will go through a little bit into the schedule, to the itinerary, just so you can get a basic idea. I'll take you a little bit into the site here. But it's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of walking involved. I mean, I know people that you can probably wind up, walking 20, 30 kilometers a day. So in this case, what Egidio has done, and I'm not saying that this has never been done before, I just hadn't seen it. It's you do it by e-bike. Okay, so it doesn't take your body won't take as much of a toll, and it's just a different way to do it. I guess a little bit more premium, a little easier, and I think this is why it caught my attention. Never mind that I've always wanted to do the El Camino. I've always thought, previously I thought it could only go from France. No, you can go from Portugal, right? And as you know, we are in Portugal most half a year, in this case in the Azores, and for us to hop over there from Azores to Porto, in this case, it's not hard to do. And I think people come from all over the world to just get to Santiago, either through France or Portugal. So what I'll do is I'll take you again through this a little bit through the computer here. I'll just show you just the basics about this tour, because it encompasses quite a bit. And I just wanted to create awareness of this tour. This is why, again, I'm doing this video. So hopefully you can stick around, especially if you're interested. Maybe you know someone that is, and then you can reach out to me. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do this at some point. I don't know when exactly, but yeah, I mean, I think I can see myself and Laura doing it. The walking would have been a little tough. I have some back issues, but on a nice e-bike, comfortable. When I saw this, I said, yeah, definitely doable. Because sometimes you get discouraged. You want to do something, but you're kind of limited with sometimes people just struggle with different, problems that you have as you get older and so forth. So this one, if you want to do it and you don't want to walk it, stay with me on this video, because this might be something that you might consider. Before getting into the itinerary here, just to show you the basics about this tour, the itinerary, the pricing, dates, etc. We'll mention that there is a couple of movies that I've seen about the El Camino. And one of them is I think it's called El Camino, actually, and it's with Martin Sheen. You probably know him, a great actor. And that's when I discovered the El Caminos. Actually, I didn't really know nothing about it until I saw that movie.
Come. This is the way.
Hi, I'm Joost. There's no mystery why I'm doing this trick. Oh, look at cheesemakers. Hola. Hey, don't wait. Yeah, you should try some.
No, thanks.
Stop! Stop, it's me! Right, I'm from Amsterdam.
Dutch, huh?
What are you looking to score?
I love this guy.
It wears off quick, I promise. Hello, I'm Jack from Ireland.
How long have you been out here?
On the Camino or on this particular spot?
You pick.
Well, geez, it's hard to say.
I will put the links, or at least the description of the movies, so you can go and check it out, the names of it. Here you'll be able to see some visuals today on this video that I'm going to show you actually from what EGD put together. And they'll just give you a quick taste of this tour. So because this tour starts in Porto, the first thing I'm going to mention as we talk about is Porto itself. Unbelievable city, one of my favorite cities. I've traveled quite a bit. As you know, I've been in the travel business for over 30 years. Been to a lot of cities throughout a lot of countries, and Porto does definitely stand out and so unique. Again, the only way to really get the gist of this beautiful city is to visit, and that's where this tour leaves from. And it's basically Porto all the way up the coast into Spain. So you will have the option of going before the tour if you want to hang out, or you can stay after the tour in Santiago. And you can't really talk about Porto without talking about the country of Portugal. Rated one of the safest countries in the world, top 6, I believe, at this point. Just a compact country, 800 kilometers by 200 kilometers. You have 7 regions, 5 of them are right on the mainland. And then you have the other 2 regions, the Azores, which is where we are half the time, and Madeira. So it's that kind of country where there's so much to see. I mean, you can go on a tour, you can just have a few bases, where you can travel from, like be in Porto, do a couple of side trips. There's so much within an hour of any of the major cities in Portugal. So, don't never hesitate to go to Portugal. Again, a lot of people are discovering it. People are not just visiting, some of them are actually moving there, retiring, semi-retiring. But today is all about this amazing e-bike tour of the El Camino departing from Porto. Okay, so let's get in here and just show you some information that I have. I have to put these glasses on. Actually, these are pretty cheap glasses. Actually, I broke the side. I don't know if you can see here. I have some tape here. I just thought, wow, it's the only way I can see what I'm showing you. Anyways, this tour is called the Portuguese El Camino e-bike adventure. Okay, that's the name of this tour. And when I send you information, I'll send you these pictures where you can see just various shots of both in Portugal, along the way between Portugal and then into Spain. Just a lot of magical. It's incredible because you're going to be experiencing all the way up just the coast of Portugal and then Spain, and winding up in this special place is just amazing. And either if you walk or by bike, you can't really. People that choose a tour like this is something they need to do, and they're just you see pictures, you see videos and so forth. There's nothing like when you actually get on it. You can't compare. So that's why people, it's not like they need to do it, or just want to do it, but they have to do it. It's one of those things. And when they do it, and there's people that have done it and shared, a lot of it, through posts and pictures, and talking to them afterwards, it's just they're just elated, and just something happens, to them when you kind of do something like this. So a little bit about Spain. Obviously, it's our sister, Portugal, the westernmost part of Europe. Okay, and then Spain pretty much encompasses from the north, right? It comes all the way down into the east, and it's obviously Spain is 2-3 times the size of Portugal, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a big country. Portuguese, Spain has been linked for a long time as allies, and sharing the same peninsula, basically. As you can see, the map here, there's a bit of a map that basically shows the route here from the south, which is Porto, going north right into Santiago in Spain. And then again, there's there's Egidio actually there by one of the bikes. He's done this. That's because that's the difference. When you do something like this, you can share it easier. You can share this with you. He goes on the tour with you guys, and hopefully I'll get to come along as well with Laura. But when you do something like this, it's easier to talk about it. It's easier to share, right? So right now I'm just going based on my dream of doing this and some of the information that obviously is right in front of me here that the GDO put together. Unbelievable bikes. I've had a conversation with him. Everything is high quality. And yeah, I'm just seeing some of these pictures and I'm like, geez, I can see myself on this and just having a really good time. I guess I can pinpoint some of the highlights, but honestly, that's hard to do. I believe, based on what I'm seeing here, some of these places. I mean, as soon as you start up on the coast and continue upwards, you're going to be passing by unbelievable villages, towns, cities. You're going to be castles. It's hard to just pinpoint one thing that would stand out. But yeah, you'll be able to get more of the information when I send you the link. Yes, it's like going back in time, doing it in a way that's really slow. It's like low and slow, which is something we preach quite a bit to GDU and wellness in ourselves, where this is really, you're not in a car zooming or in a bus zooming all over the place. You're literally taking control, going slower with a small group of like-minded individuals that have chosen to do this experience. So lots of coastal, both in the Portugal side and in the Spanish side. So yeah, just when you get the link, you'll be able to go through all this yourself. Lots of beaches along the way, castles, like I mentioned, convents, a lot of food, great restaurants. Um, this is the last thing I actually discussed with the Egidio is just what you know, some of the great meals you could have with other people together talking about and experiencing the same thing. So, like I mentioned, there's different ways to do this tour. A lot of people do it walking, which is probably the way most people do it. Along the way, they basically fly in, they have a passport, and they have these hostels that they will stay along the way. Very basic accommodations. Sometimes you're sleeping with 10 other people. This is what most of the people that I've known that have done this is how they did it. Okay. Some have stayed in hotels but what makes this one different, obviously you're not walking, you're on a knee bike, you're getting assistance. But that's so, and it's where you're staying in quality places, okay? Like the hotels are like 4 star, 3 to 4 stars. You could be staying in a castle in a convent, but it's quality accommodations, all pre-booked. And I think this right off the bat makes it different. There will be meals included. So I'm just going to go over what's included here on this e-package, but just to mention that this is why it's different. You're looking more at a premium product, a premium travel product that takes a lot into consideration with the care and handling of whoever's on this tour. Okay, so let's take a look. So what's included in our e-bike package? Basically, obviously, along the way, there's going to be it's going to be a scenic road. Sorry, along the way, it's going to be a scenic route, coastal route. So along that, there's so much to see, experience, landscapes, just dramatic, scenery, countryside, and all safe routes. This is all in this cultural experiences. So along the way, when you tie everything in with a history, going back in time, historic landmarks, vibrant markets, every village, town is different, and unbelievable eateries that are been around for a while with cooking, you know, traditional food, because that's part of the experience. Also, expert local guide. So on this tour, there's always going to be someone with you, actually more than one, that's going to be on here just speaking English or Portuguese, and they're there to be your team leader, I guess, so to speak, but also your friend. Experience this together. They've done a lot of these. They know all these areas that you're going through. So that the expert is the key. Because on a regular one, that you're just on your own. Obviously, here you will be part of a small group with professional guides, experienced. Okay, deluxe/unique accommodations. Okay, so again, just to reiterate, where you're sleeping, it's going to be pre-planned. Okay, it's going to have quality. Okay, it's not just, you're not on your own staying in a hostel, or some people even stay on a tent, whatever that is. This is again totally different. It's premium. Comfortable e-bikes, top of the line, modern e-bikes, pedal if you want, or just use the, what the e-bikes are good for. It does the work for you. I think this is important. If it breaks down, they'll fix it. There's going to be a crew that comes that will take care of all this, okay? Assist you in every way. Because as Egidio was explaining this to me, this is what I'm getting, like, not even knowing what the price could be, none of that, but just say, wow, they're really going to take care of you. There's nothing. If there was any worries, just leave the worries out, because they're there every step of the way to be with you, to share this experience, but to take care of it. If anything goes wrong, they're there to take care of it. And there's even included meals, for example, picnic lunches, selected dinners, again featuring local delicacies and traditional cuisine. So this will all be included in this package, and there'll be. And now the last thing I'll tell you is they will also have a support vehicle, okay, like a van that will always go along. Someone gets hurt or get tired, they can't do it for a while. They just hop on there, you go along with the group. And I think even if you wanted a family member that couldn't e-bike, didn't want to go on a bike or anything like that, but they still wanted to go with you, they can go in the support vehicle along with you. Okay, so I mean, right there, I think, wow, that's amazing, because sometimes people can't, I might want to do something, Lord can't do it, or this way she can still come and share most of that experience with me, see the things that I'm seeing, like so to speak, right? So I think that's amazing. So that's pretty much what's included in this tour. As I mentioned, accommodation is going to be deluxe. You're going to be staying in about 6 or 7 different places throughout the journey. All amazing. I'm looking at some visuals here of places. Some of these are, like I said, convents, or just rustic hotels, boutique hotels, castles. Yeah, incredible. It's just incredible visuals to be. This is when I say go back in time. This is what's going to happen when you're staying in something from the 11th century or 12th century. This is what's going to be happening. You're going to be spent. Never mind the experience that is amazing on this tour as you go along these images and dramatic areas, villages. You get to spend the night, share the day's activities with new friends that you just made about the experience of the day, and you'll be in a place that's 12th century. Also some modern places, obviously. Now there's obviously Egidio deals with different ones that depending on availability. This is why it's probably important to book this way in advance. Some of these could be on the beach, some could be more interior, or but they're all on the route to Santiago. If you're really serious about getting on this tour, I would then obviously put you in touch with the expert, which is Egidio, okay, to give you even more information. This is sort of like why we're low and slow, but we really take care. We do tourism with care. This is every step of the way, before, during, and after, and this is all part of it. And that's why we prefer to do less, but with quality. And I think this is a good example that this tour that Egidio put together, I think it's quite impressive, quite impressive. All right, so let's talk about the dates and prices and a little bit more. Like I said, I want to make this a huge video, just touch on these points, and then the rest, we can take our time getting to, getting you guys more familiar with it. So the dates in 2025, you're looking at April 3rd and October 16th. So they do this twice, okay? And then already for 2026 would be April 30th to October 15th. And these are not huge groups, they're smaller, okay? So that's why, and they have to be booked in advance. This is a very popular routing. The hotels get filled up. So this is why it's done this far in advance. If someone really wants to do it, you can't do it last minute. It's not like going on an all-inclusive, that sort of thing. You do have to book in advance, and it's good that you get to know the tour, take your time. Don't book something unless you're 100% sure. So this is where it's important, getting the proper information from the expert himself. So you might be wondering, what is the price for a tour like this, a premium tour or experience like this, okay? So what the total rate here, first of all, the duration of this is 8 nights. It's an 8-night package, okay? Now you obviously have the option of going earlier a few days and staying in Porto, for example, 2-3 days, and then you have the option of staying afterwards in Spain. So not a problem. This could all be added to this tour. So for the 8 nights, you're looking at 2,950 euros, okay, based on per person, double. Someone travels by themselves, there is a single supplement. I believe it's around 400 euros, okay? Again, more of this information, more in-depth with terms and about the tour, terms and conditions about the tour, then Egidio will then give it to you. All the questions you have, you will answer. Okay, so that's the price. Now there is an early booking discount, what they call an EBB, obviously to get people to book in advance. If you have it till February 28th, 2025, and it's a 200 euro early book discount that you can get. Okay, and I'll repeat, for the non-biking companions, that you are permitted to go on the support vehicle that goes along with the small group. Okay, so don't worry, if you still want to go, that's how it would work. Now, just to recap what's included, you're looking at the modern e-bike, high quality English and also English and Portuguese speaking professional tour guide with all the historic, they're well versed. Deluxe support vehicle, like I mentioned, that will be along every step of the way. Anything that would go wrong, repairs, people getting kind of a little tired or even hurt, they will take care of that. Deluxe accommodations, staying in various unique places throughout the route, as I showed you some pictures. Breakfasts will be included, 6 lunches, and 3 group dinners, okay, and also some programmed activities. So incredible. Now exclusions, obviously you'd have to get your own flight, but that's easy. Okay, this is a very easy thing. Fly to Porto, fly out of Santiago. Simple as that. These are major places. Again, the key is to do it earlier, because if you do it too close, the prices of flights will go up. And obviously you need to consider regular medical insurance to fit your needs, okay? And then obviously the meals that are not included, you're on your own, obviously. So I think if you divide 29.50 by 8 nights, considering all you're getting, the experience itself, but all that's included, it's an amazing. This is how you have to see with something that's very expensive or not. Obviously, there's different ways to do tours like this. This tour is not for everyone. That's why these are small, unique, like-minded individuals that will go on this. Okay, so I got to get on this. I'm already edging to get on it. And first, we have a fall tour we're trying to organize 2025. That I'll be giving up even more information on that, but which Laura and I will be going on with the GDO, and then maybe we'll do something similar with the e-bike. Yeah, so this is it. This is the gist of everything. I'm just gonna before letting you go, I'm gonna go over to the Q&As, and these are questions that you might have that's already in here that I might be able to answer. So let's take a look. Okay, so in the Q&A, there's some questions that's asked frequently. Okay, so right off the bat, how do I get to Porto? I already said it's easy. A lot of direct flights coming in from North America, all over Europe. It's not a hard place to get into. It's a very popular city. Is this suitable for individuals with different fitness levels? Yes. Again, if someone had more of an issue of walking because of the long distances and you're constantly walking, an e-bike will ease that, okay? And also, if there's any, if you, even with an e-bike, if there's a problem, you could get on the support vehicle just to help out for a while. So yes, compared to walking. Do I have to bike all the way? Again, I just answered it. No, if you don't feel like it, get on the support vehicle. Another question: can I come on my own and bring a companion that is not a biker? I've already answered it. Absolutely, they would go along with you, doing everything you're doing except the bike part. They'd be sitting there with their feet up alongside you. You're doing all the work, or actually the bike in most cases, and they're just there inside the vehicle, like in a tour vehicle. In what language would the tour be held? Obviously, they speak all languages. Obviously, English, Portuguese. Basically it's in English, but you have the Portuguese there. Maybe give you a chance to practice the language. Is English generally spoken across Portugal? I don't even have to look at the answer. Absolutely, but I think the literacy rate. People that speak English, they have to study in schools at least 70%, 80 maybe. There's a lot of people that live in Portugal that lived in the US or Canada that have now moved back, and they speak English, and some of them become tour guides. What else? Yeah, so if you have dietary requests, no problem. Just have to let them know when you make the booking. And what's the weather like in the northern Portugal and Spain in fall and spring? It's like many parts, okay? It's sometimes a little unpredictable, but compared to the summer, it gets really, really hot. I believe the best time when I go to Portugal, I like to be, to go there and tour around is always in the spring or in the fall. Okay, September, October, November, April, May, part of June. Because from June 15 to September 15 gets really busy and could get really hot on the mainland. Obviously, in the Azores, we're in a different zone there. We don't usually get those really high temperatures, but um, yeah, I just think again more information about the terms and conditions, and that you might have. Please send me an email. Obviously, if someone's not serious, if you're still listening to this, you are serious or you are considering, you have interest now in something like this. Just reach out and see if it's something that could be suited for you. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm just going to check my notes. So. Yeah, I think this is it. So listen, thanks for hanging out, and I just decided to do this on the last minute to kind of get the feel of what I needed to do because I was just versed on this with the GD sending me all the information. I felt, look, I have all the information pretty much here and some notes, and I have my computer, and it's just more about you know getting this out there, okay? And because I know there's other people that might be interested in getting, and it's not just going on the tour or on a package or going on, it's on the experience, is getting on the right one. Because like I said, Gidio, his team, unbelievable, right? And you never worry there. They really take care of you from from the beginning before even getting on the trip. 24/7 anytime you want to get a hold, let's say he's not on the tour, like other tours that he's not on, you have access to 24/7. It's a small business, high quality though, because we rather book less people but really take care of them and work with these specialized experiences, tours, packages. Anyways, enough about travel. I think you probably can tell actually a real travel guy after doing this for 30 years. This Yeah, I still enjoy it. I still get a bit of a rush out of it. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me, learning about this unbelievable tour, which I'll give you the full name. I'll give you the full name of the tour, the Portuguese El Camino e-bike adventure from Porto to Santiago. And drop me an email or a comment if tell me if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Like is very important for YouTube, just to help our channel grow. And thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next video or in the El Camino.